Bill Burke, a New York City native, relocated to Bradenton, Florida almost 20 years ago. Bill works for a solar energy company, and on the days off, he enjoys golfing, fishing, and swimming. But in November 2017, Bill had an accident that changed everything.
I walked into the kitchen after someone had cleaned the rugs, and there was still water on the kitchen floor, and I slipped, and I cracked my head against the refrigerator. It was bleeding. It was pretty hard. And I got up to get out, and I went the other way and hit the other side of my head. And 2 weeks later, all of a sudden, I was having trouble turning my head to the right, pain, and headache started, and just would not relent. 24/7. I assumed it was due to the fall. They weren't like migraines, they were just bad headaches. They were throbbing. It was a throbbing above the temples. I wouldn't even call it a headache. It was boom, boom, boom. Felt like my veins were going up and down. Certain activities I couldn't do anymore. I couldn't go to the gym because I couldn't turn my head, and I was afraid I was going to make it worse. Couldn't sleep well, and I was miserable. I was just miserable. I was angry all the time. I was snapping at people, not like I usually am. And I said, I've got to do something. I really have to do something. I can't live like this for another, 10 years, whatever. Can't do it. It's not a life.
Knowing he couldn't live with pain any longer, Bill began the journey to find a physician who could help.
8 weeks later, I'm still having the headaches. I go to my primary care physician because if you had had a concussion, you'd be over those symptoms by now. It's something else. I don't know what, but it's something else. Sounds like you did some damage to your neck. He suggested I try other things before surgery, which I did. First was a neurologist in Sarasota. He called it a cervicogenic headache, which is a broad term for your head hurts. Put me on muscle relaxants. 2 weeks on muscle relaxants, no change. Then he upped the dosage, no change. I then went to a acupuncturist, a pain clinic. All they would do was treating symptoms. Nobody was getting to the bottom of it. Right? Finally went to the neurosurgeon in Bradenton. He took a look at the x-ray, and his prognosis was you need to have your disc replaced. I said, what are the odds it'll improve? He goes 60, 70%. From there, I went up to the Laser Spine Institute. I got the exact same prognosis, except he said, we may not have to remove the disc, depends on how we see it, but you're still gonna have major surgery, and if we go in there and find out it's that bad, we will replace the disc. I said, so you won't know before you start? He goes, no. And I decided no. I talked to a good friend that just had neck surgery, and the rehab was not easy.
Then he happened to see an ad for the Bonati Spine Institute on television. After visiting the website and contacting the institute, he spoke to Bonati neurosurgeon Dr. Thomas Nowak on the phone.
I filled out the forms. I sent the MRIs up to the lady, and the next day, Dr. Nowak called me, had a discussion. Can you help these headaches? Yes. What are the chances are of recovery? Is 90% plus.
The consultation experience at the Bonati Spine Institute is an all-inclusive day, as it's meant to take care of all your needs in one visit before surgery.
I was probably seen by at least 5 or 6 people. Then I saw a regular nurse who went through everything again with me, told me what kind of medications I would be getting, really explained the whole procedure to me. Dr. Nowak came in, put the MRI up on the screen, showed me exactly where the issues were at that point in time. He had a mock-up spine and skull and showed me exactly where the problem was and what they were going to do. So we definitely have to do a laminectomy on C3, but if we see further problems in there, as long as we're in there, we'll take care of it. And I said, why are the headaches? Is because your spinal fluid is not flowing well. It's restricted. And he showed me, it was like that. I was very confident. The guy was really low-key, very, very nice. Good doctor, great doctor. And that was it. I said, okay, I'm ready. I just couldn't put up with the pain anymore.
Typically, the procedure is scheduled according to the patient's availability, often the same week of the consultation.
I came in on Monday. I had the physical, and I had the procedure on Thursday. There's a TV screen below my face, so I'm actually watching the procedure. And they're in there. I could see the instruments. At that point in time, the headache is actually gone. I was like totally amazed. It was gone. I felt fine. Came back the next morning. They took the drain out. I said, you're good. I'll go home. That was it. The procedure was August 31st of 18. So we're 11 months out, haven't had one headache. My neck feels fine. I'm golfing. I'm running a little, working out, fishing, doing whatever I want to do. It's like nothing ever happened.
Years prior, Bill had a lower back surgery at another facility, and he notes the major differences between the two procedures, and especially the recovery time.
Yeah, I had a L5 mini discectomy done. The procedure wasn't painful. The rehab was really painful, extremely painful. 6 weeks of rehab, 3 days a week. I was amazed that a little tiny thing like that would cause that much pain. But I got over it, and I'm fine now. My back is fine. Different type of procedure. They cut through the muscle, which is probably why I had the pain in the rehab. This surgery, there's no rehab. The guys I spoke to that had the regular laminectomies, they had to wear a collar for a month, all sorts of restrictions. I had none.
When suffering with debilitating conditions of the spine, feeling normal again may seem impossible, but it is achievable. The team at the Bonati Spine Institute can help you get back to feeling like your normal self.
I was probably an 8 or a 9 back then on a scale of 10. Now I'm a 0. There's no pain. There's absolutely nothing going on. I'm a normal person now where I wasn't before. The frustration's gone. The feeling of just not being right is gone. I would like to thank Dr. Nowak. In a sense, he saved my life because I was so miserable I didn't even want to live some days. That's how bad I was. And now I'm looking forward to, doing what I want to do. And the man's a miracle worker. That's all I can tell you. Very low key. He knows what he's doing. He makes you calm, puts you at ease, tells you about the procedure, does it, and you're fine. I can't speak more highly of any doctor than him. The people were very caring. You can tell they knew what they were doing. The follow-up was great. And I could not recommend any other place in the world to have surgery done.